I'm gonna mute myself till it's time for Baldur's Gate. Have
Okay.
fun, y'all.
Yep. All right, everybody. Welcome to this week of Hyperfixated. We're going to be talking about the Game of the Year nominees because the Game of the Year comes out later today. We're recording this for Thursday. But so to start off, we're going to start like down the list and we're going to start with Alan Wake 2. To give the people who haven't played Alan Wake 1 like a little bit of like an idea of it, here's like a brief description of Alan Wake 1. Alan Wake went missing in 2010. He was a best-selling writer based in New York City. On a vacation in the Pacific Northwest with his wife Alice, he came face to face with a force of supernatural darkness. It brought Wake's writing a horror story to life. He fought this dark presence and managed to banish it back to where it came from, a nightmarish dark place hidden under a caldera lake outside the small town of Bright Falls. He was able to save his wife and get her out. But Wake wrote an ending to his horror story, and with that freed his wife from the darkness under the lake, but became trapped there himself. So he got trapped in the dark place at the end of Alan Wake 1. In Alan Wake 2, the premise is Alan Wake is not dead, although he has wished he was many times. For 13 years, he's been a prisoner in the dark place where his nightmares, his fears, and his stories manifest as a reality around him. For 13 years, he has been fighting to stay sane and write a story that would change reality around him in order to escape. So far, he has failed. So that's the story about 1 and 2. Um, I have not played either. I don't I wish I could provide more, but that's all I've got for Alan Wake 2. Um Sounds good. Maybe when I play it I could give like a better option, but for right now like sounds solid. The next game is Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Um I liked Wonder. It was a different step that Mario took back in instead of like making like another like Odyssey 2 or like a different newer one, they went back to their like new Super Mario Bros. Route that they went back to when the Wii was popular, like their like new Super Mario Bros. Stuff. So that's when I feel like they went back to the older to make like the 2D side scrolling ones rather than like the 3 dimensional like world exploration ones. And I think it was a good step. It's unfortunate that Charles Martinet is no longer voicing either characters, but the voice actor did do a very good job voicing Mario and Luigi still. And I think Wonder was like a fresh new taste we needed, had like a newer idea of the Wonder Seeds, the Wonder Flowers, having the new powers, they brought back the Fire Flower, but other than that, the new powers are the drill hat, the was it the drill hat, the bubble blowing one, and then the elephants. My favorite was probably the bubble one because it would be cool. You could like you blow a bubble and then run, jump, use it as a platform, land on the bubble, and you can get somewhere else. It was like a little strat, like get to other places quicker. And the only level I haven't beaten is the final test because it's hard and it's pissing me off. So I stopped playing it before I threw my Switch across the wall. Um, so that's all I got for that one. But now we're on Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, and I know that Austin and Chris have played that. So before we start, I still want to share that my pre-order bonuses are unopened, and very proud of that. I loved these. They're really cool. All right,
Yeah.
Chris and Austin, you guys want to fill in some more details for Tears of the Kingdom?
I'm gonna be honest. I hadn't even finished Tears of the Kingdom yet.
I haven't
It is
either.
a
Same here.
very long game.
Yeah, I've only
Um,
gotten the four like beginning bosses and then some of the cube bosses. I haven't even played it since.
I don't know. I got like I got a couple bosses down. Started working on shrines so I could just go all the way across the map without having to like
Run
constantly
everywhere.
walk it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I just got burnt out because it's such a long game. It's annoying.
Yeah, the shrines were really what gave me burnout for it.
I mean, I want to pick it back up because I want to beat it at some point because Breath of the Wild was just such a good game. But I think this game was going for something and it became a really big open world and it's a beautiful game, but it's just too long.
That's facts. I agree.
Yeah.
See,
I wonder if.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
Good.
Also, hi, I'm here. Because I also played Tears of the Kingdom in addition to Baldur's Gate, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
But I wonder if part of the issue with Tears of the Kingdom is just because they're reusing the map. It's not exactly like a lot of the geometry of it isn't suited for like the new content specifically. It's more just like they're trying to find places that they didn't use originally to kind of supplement with this new content. And I'm wondering if it's kind of suffering from bloat because of that, how much space they're not using in order to like avoid repeating like content from the first game.
Yeah, and that's why I think the gloom area is kind of like how that area is too, because like what Simon said, they're using a lot of unexplored areas that weren't previously explored, and I think like the gloom area is like a good example of that. They create like a whole new area just to give something new, and it's all right. Like I'm the furthest one, and like me and Austin and Chris playing it. I'm at Ganon's final fight, but I don't have enough gloom resistant food, so now I gotta grind to get enough food, get enough gloom resistant stuff, make a lot of gloom resistant food or stuff that can give me my hearts back because they're taken away from the gloom, or just get better at the game. But I'm not gonna do that, so I need to get more gloom resistant food. And that's what I'm dreading. That's why I haven't beaten it yet, because I need to go out and just hunt for food and make gloom resistant foods.
Bro really said it's a skill issue, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
But it's still really good. Like I enjoyed the game thoroughly, especially I'm not gonna say too much. Never mind. I don't want to talk about it because Chris and Austin haven't got it, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But I did.
You know how often I forget things. I'm gonna forget.
Yeah, you just talk about it for the podcast. You don't have to dance around anything.
All right. I liked
We'll
Yeah, if
whenever.
it
get
was
at some
If it was
point.
One Piece, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But with
It's
this,
a
it's fine.
video game, yeah.
Facts.
All right, so I liked whenever you're in the gloom area and you have to fix the fifth sages thing, because there's originally four sages, and after that like there's a spirit one that talks to you. She's like, you gotta, I lost my body and I can't be, was it, I can't come back as like a person, so I need you to find these pieces. So you build like this really cool mech suit, and you have to go like four different areas in the gloom to make two arms and two legs for it. And she possesses the suit, and like you can hop in the suit and like ride in it and like punch things and fight things and like attach new things to the hands of it. That part was really freaking cool. And that's about all I got for Tears of the Kingdom. But Tears of the Kingdom I thoroughly enjoyed, and I'm going to eventually hop back to it when I'm done with everything else on my backlog. Oh. Next game is Baldur's
I
Gate.
That's what I was about to say. I don't think it'll win Game of the Year, right? Because I think everyone has the same consensus. They're like, okay, like you even
Baldur's
just
Sweet, baby.
you literally just said like, okay, it's a good game, but it's shoved all the way in the back of my backlog because
Yeah.
it's too long.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of too long, Baldur's Gate 3 is it's really good. It's very long. It's very dense. Everything in it is wonderful. Have any of y'all ever played D&D before? Out of
Yes.
curiosity.
No.
I have.
Okay. Are any of y'all familiar with like XCOM or that Mario versus Rabbids game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The combat in that is kind of almost similar to how D&D does it, where you like kind of walk around and then you have like actions you can take per turn. In fact, I think if you trace back the inspirations for those games, you'll eventually get back to like tabletop gaming and stuff being translated into computer games. Baldur's Gate 3 is a D&D based game. It's a big, called CRPG, which I guess is computer RPG. It's made by a Belgian studio called Larian. They've been working on it for a while. They made another game called Divinity Original Sin that's also quite good from what I've heard. Uh, the thing with Baldur's Gate that I particularly love about it is the fact that they have Like, everyone's always saying like how important player choice is and like how the game adapts or whatever when they're like trying to pitch their games. Baldur's Gate is one of the first games where, after like hearing what uh, one of my friends, Evan, who Colby's familiar with, after I hear about the choices that Evan made, they're like incomprehensibly stupid, and like his game is still able to progress without breaking the story. I'm like completely shocked. There were like multiple companion characters who are like main characters in the story that Evan managed to kill off within like the opening first act of the story, and the game was still able to progress without them. And it adapts to his changes, and he gets access to different like companions and stuff that are
Hmm.
he wouldn't have otherwise. Um, he blew. There's like trying to think. Just as an example, the opening of the game, you one of the first missions. There's a group of refugees who are camped out in like a druid's grove, and there's like a pack of goblins who are trying to like hunt them down, and the druids are trying to evict them before they end up getting invaded by all these goblins. Now the intuitive thing as like a heroic player would be to go and like kill all those goblins, but Evan thought it would be funny to like find the back door into the grove and lead all the goblins in there so they could murder everyone. And then he did, and then the goblins had a little celebratory dance and shit, and then the game proceeded onwards from that. Except all the like the people in the refugee camp, when I played it, I saved them like a normal person, and they keep showing up throughout the game as like recurring characters and stuff. But you can just completely wipe them out for no reason at the beginning of the game, and they get replaced by all this huge string of contingency characters.
Of course, Evan did
Um,
all that.
Also, every character in this game is fully voice acted and motion captured, and all of the performances are incredible. The music is great, the graphics are great. Uh, it really captures the sense of D&D, which is your players do something absolutely batshit insane and terrible, and the DM just has to figure out how to keep rolling with it. Except the magic that they've captured here is they've simulated what feels like a person trying to compensate for your insane actions. And even though it's just a computer, it's great.
Like when I
Um,
rolled the D20 to scratch my balls, landed on 19, and I found a gold nugget.
yeah, you would probably have a blast with it. There's a point you can go talk to a squirrel, and the squirrel like badmouth you or like you back talking, and then you're just given an option to kick the squirrel, and you can kick it, and it goes and it like ricochets off a boulder and dies instantly. But
As soon as it comes to console,
oh,
bro.
oh God, I forgot. There's magic in this game. There's a spell called Talk with Animals, and you can talk to literally every single rat or like bird or like pig or anything in the game. And there's also a spell called Speak with Dead. It allows you to talk with almost every corpse in the game, including people that you have killed. And they ask you like, "Bro, why the fuck did you just kill me?" It's wonderful, and it's all voice acted brilliantly. I love it. It's great. There's so much I can talk about. I'm gonna stop here though because I know we have other games.
You're
Any
good.
questions?
Well, I
Yes.
is how many hours do you have in Baldur's Gate?
Oh fuck me. This game. All right. There's 3 acts. The first act is like 60 hours, um, and then the other two are comparable to that. And yeah, it's very long. It's also been like in the top 10 Steam charts since release, even though it's a single player game. Or it can be. Oh, it has multiplayer too. I completely forgot. There's so much. This game is so fucking dense. You can play the entire game as multiplayer, and it's especially great because you can kill literally every single companion character who would normally be on your team and just replace them with player characters if you're so inclined, and the story is still able to function.
I don't
Great.
know how. I play games like a normal person. I don't know how. I don't know why Evan decided to do all that. I mean, it makes
Evan
sense.
turned into a cat, and I picked him up like a football and threw him into a campfire. his penitence for his crimes.
He deserved it. Sounds like he deserved it. Um,
Alright.
before you, because I know you do have to leave. Before you go, what is your honorable mention for game of the year that didn't make the cut?
Oh shoot. Um, didn't make the cut. Let me think. I enjoyed Dwarf Fortress a great deal. That came out this year, I believe, in way back in February. Um, that game is incredible. It's also incredibly beginner unfriendly though, so I would not recommend it. Uh, otherwise, no, I didn't play that many games that came out this year that I would say are game of the year contenders. So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
or I didn't personally play. There's actually no, I forgot. Tears of the Kingdom is very good. I've spent like a good lot of hours in it, and I haven't done any of the dungeons. I've just been like messing around in the overworld, having a blast with the building tools.
Makes sense.
But
I know someone who did the same. A few of my other
all
friends
right,
did the same.
thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for coming on and filling us in on Baldur's Gate.
Hope that
Other
wasn't
than
too rambly.
other than that though, have an amazing day, Simon. We'll see you
Thanks.
next time. All right, guys. Resident Evil 4.
Was Resident Evil 4 on the list? I forgot about that.
Yeah, it is. We have two more games.
Resident. It's on Game of the Year.
Yeah,
Resident
Resident
Evil
Evil
4?
4's remake, and then Spider-Man 2 are the last two on our list.
I say I haven't even played Resident Evil 4 yet. I haven't even seen anything on it either.
Okay, well, this is my favorite Resident Evil, so I can talk about it if you two can't.
I know a little bit. I don't know. I don't know a lot.
I
A
haven't
little
beaten the
bit.
game yet, but like it still is one of my favorite Resident Evils that I've ever played. Um, your boy right here, Schmeat, riding for Leon Kennedy, best character in Resident Evil. So naturally, I liked Resident Evil 4 because it was a lot. It was one of his like main first stories that he did, and the story's really cool in this one. Like you have to save the president's daughter because she's been kidnapped by somebody, and then I don't remember a lot of the characters' names. 'Cause it's been a long time since I played it, but you're in this village with these people who got turned into zombies, and then you're wondering why they turn into zombies, and then Leon meets this dude that saves them, and then the dude like leaves, and Leon has to find the president's daughter, and he ends up finding her, and I think he finds her from this girl. No, he finds the girl from this guy. He's like really short, and he's dressed like Napoleon Bonaparte, and then he works for this dude named Salazar, if I'm correct, and from what I know, the game is almost a carbon copy of the original, but it's got like some newer dialogue, some newer stuff in it that like isn't there. Only thing I don't like about only reason why I don't want this one to win is because Leon doesn't call the bad guy bro in this one. In the original one, he goes that's tough, bro. In the original one, he doesn't. In the new one, he doesn't say that. And I said they cut out the fun line. This isn't the best game anymore.
Oof.
But no, the story's really good. The area is really good. Like everything about this game that I've seen, like even the original GameCube one is like very good for like very ahead of its time. But this new one's like a beautiful looking game. The area looks good, very like eerie, kind of dark forest and everything. And you have to like swim in a boat. You have to fight a giant fish with a harpoon gun. I remember that one. And you have to fight like a giant zombie troll guy thing, and that thing sucked. But
I I feel like a remaster should not be allowed to have Game of the Year. To be honest
Hang
with
on,
you,
that's why I kind of feel the same way.
hang on. So are you? Because I know you said like the fish and the like the troll whatever boss,
isn't
right?
Yeah.
isn't
I
the fish from Resident Evil 5?
No, it's from
no, I think it's from Resident Evil 8.
no, it's in Resident Evil
I
4.
was about.
There's another giant fish, and like you have to like hit it with a harpoon gun because it keeps pulling you. It pulls you farther and further. You gotta keep shooting with the harpoon gun. And eventually, Leon kills it.
Gotcha. Oh, I don't know. I guess they like reused that because in
Yeah,
Resident Evil Village, you had to fight one of the I think one of the kids of like the main like Mother Miranda or whatever her name was,
Yeah.
and one of them was a troll, and there was like a fish monster or whatever you had to fight too. I don't know.
They probably pulled it from
I
4.
I was about to say I know there's a fish monster and five. I want to say it's five because five's the one where they started doing like action stuff, right? Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, they probably reused a bunch of stuff to be
I
honest.
yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think I really don't think that Resident Evil 4 should be even on the list. A remaster should not be on the list because the game's already been made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
why
kind of agree on that. I
that's why
mean,
I agree with it too.
yeah, with the remaster, it's not like it's a whole new thing. It's literally just a whole remake. Yeah, they might change stuff here and there and the graphics and blah blah blah, but like
Like
it's still a game that's been around.
exactly. Like if you re-record like a song from the 80s, you shouldn't be able to win another Grammy for like best song of the year. It's like, hey
Yeah,
bro, go back to the 80s and win that. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't like yeah, so I don't know. Yeah. I feel like it's the same with video games. You
Yeah.
can't just remaster a video game and make it on the list. That's so strange. Like
But
I forgot Resident Evil was even on the list, to be
see,
honest.
but to show you, this is what I was talking about.
Yeah. I
gotcha.
I think it's definitely a situation where they're probably reusing it. Because I was about to say I've seen that in
They probably have,
other
well, because
Resident Evil
you
games.
gotta think though, it's the same universe as like all the other Resident Evil games, so I'm sure a bunch of the enemies have repeated. 'Cause it's all in the
Yeah,
same universe and the same things exist, so they probably
Yeah.
just pulled some from others. All right, so there's Resident Evil 4. As much as I love the game, I don't think it deserves Game of the Year. Um, Chris, I'm gonna let you take a lead with this since you've played. See, I already asked Luke for like a good like description of Spider-Man 2 because he beat it like the day it came out, and I I have a good idea of what it's because I don't have a PS5 and I don't intend on getting one soon, so I figured I just need like a good example. And I've watched some gameplay. I've watched your gameplay, Chris. I'm almost caught up with it, but since you have the most
Yeah,
like
good.
since you have like the most like gameplay like experience, like you've actually held the game and played it, you'd be the best lead for this part. But I can still give some feedback without spoiling it for you because I don't want to spoil Spider-Man for you.
I was about to say I haven't completed it yet. I'm currently still working on my 100% run through for my channel, and of course I have to wait for a capture card or something. But yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the game so far. Otherwise, I would not have even tried to 100% it. I don't try to 100% games unless I truly do enjoy it. And that's only been a few games that I've actually 100%ed. But I mean, the storyline of this one, I don't know if y'all really want me to go into that. I know you kind of know Colby,
I'm
but
fine with it.
Austin, I don't know.
No, I don't know. I'd rather not because I'm still on Miles Morales.
All right, well,
Here's the Kingdom's different because
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Um, but I mean, yeah, I love the storyline and everything. I love the gameplay. Um, Spider-Man 1, the gameplay, they're both kind of similar and everything, pretty similar, but with added stuff that kind of go with the story without going into too much detail. Um, so I mean, just like the new mechanics and everything going into it, the new bosses, seeing a whole bunch of like Easter eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like at one point, there is like the Spider-Man meme, like where they're like pointing at each other. Yeah, that. So I mean, there's just a bunch of Easter eggs and everything that like just add to the experience. I don't know it without going into much detail and everything. Overall, I personally feel like this one should be a game of the year, but because of course I haven't really cared about much of these games on this list. I have the first Alan Wake. I haven't played it yet.
I need to
Um,
play it.
yeah, I just haven't cared to play it or
Yeah.
pick it up yet. Tears of the Kingdom, I haven't even played since I last played it, and that's been I don't know how long. Um, which me and Austin kind of already expressed kind of the same feelings toward the game. It was a
God,
good game and
my
everything.
bad.
Huh?
Huh?
Okay. I don't
I
know.
said Discord just died.
Gotcha.
Um,
But and then of course Resident Evil doesn't deserve it because I mean it's a remake, as we were saying before. So I feel like Spider-Man 2 should be Game of the Year. But that's my viewpoint. I'll let y'all go ahead
Well,
and
I agree
put
because
any input.
I agree because I like Yuri Lowenthal's voice as Peter Parker is like a perfect, like one of the most perfect Peter Parker voices. But like, we ain't gonna talk too much about Drake Bell, although I liked his voice in the TV show. We ain't gonna talk too much about Drake Bell. But Yuri Lowenthal is my favorite like voice of the Spider-Man. Besides the Spectacular Spider-Man from the TV show I watched when I was a kid. Um, that being said, I've seen a lot of the suits. All the suits look good except the Miles Morales original suit. That suit looks like big booty butt cheeks. When you see it, Chris, it's gonna be the worst thing you ever see. You'll be like, what is this dude wearing?
I don't know, but like also like a shout out to the Black Panther
Dude, yeah,
suit.
those suits are clean. Those suits
Yeah,
were
that was I like that they had that, like, they added that in there for like a remembrance thing.
See, if I'm right, doesn't it muffle your footsteps? Like silence your
That
footsteps?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention
I
to.
think I heard that it did that, but I'm not like 100%. So no, I'm not gonna say that it does and it doesn't. So I'm gonna go with I think I heard it does that. But
Mm.
judging off the story and like everything I know about it, I do want to say since also because you and me, our favorite superhero is Spider Man, this does deserve Game of the Year in my opinion as well. Because everything I know about it, all the suits, originality, the fact that you can like certain missions require different Spider Man, like that's freaking
Hmm.
awesome. And then you get to see Venom. This isn't a spoiler, Austin. Like Venom's in the trailer, but you get to see Venom, and
I
it's freaking
know.
awesome.
Yeah, I haven't even got to
I haven't
like
be. I don't
Venom
know.
himself yet.
See, I don't know a lot yet because I don't even know if Green Goblin shows up. But Green Goblin's the goat, and that's my favorite. Like one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, just because I love the Green Goblin. Only Defoe's performance. Defoe was my favorite Green Goblin, especially in No Way Home. Dude, No Way Home's Defoe Goblin was
I mean,
wild.
it sounds like the Sinister Six just show up because I know
Well,
you
they did that
fight
in the
Sandman.
original one. You did. Well, it was like a
I
different
was
sin.
about to say,
It was a different Sinister Six, but yeah, in this one, yeah, you do fight Sandman at the beginning, and you fight Venom, and I think in this one you fight Mysterio. I think that was the other one was Mysterio. I don't know all the fights in this one, but I know you have to fight Venom, and I know you have to fight Sandman in this new one.
yeah,
Oh, you have to fight Craven too. That's right. Those are the only three I know in this one though. I don't think you have to fight any other ones yet.
yeah. I don't know.
Mm,
I, I, Spider-Man games are always a solid pick.
yeah. So let's
They've
see.
all been fire.
Do you guys have any recommendations or like honorable mentions of like a game that you don't think deserves Game of the Year, but it came out this year and you still think it's a very solid choice for at least a nominee? Because if you don't,
Detective Pikachu returns.
no, those graphics, dude. Look, I'm not gonna knock it. I would try it, but dude, those graphics look like 2DS graphics on a freaking Switch.
Game of the year though? No.
Nah, but it looked like
I'm
it
gonna
would
be
I
be.
re-
honest.
I think it'd be somewhat enjoyable. Was it, Chris?
I'm gonna be honest. I can't even remember any games from this year.
Me either.
All right, see, I have one, and I'm in the same stance of Resident Evil 4 as I am with this one, where remakes do not deserve to be Game of the Year. But I will say, Mario RPG is a very, very good remake that came out this year. And although the bonus is a lot less cool than the Tears of the Kingdom one, it's still somewhat like. I still like it. It's got some like charm to it, regardless. But like, Mario RPG was one of my favorite games that came out this year, and I can't wait for next year when Thousand Year Door comes out again.
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
don't
I
know.
haven't played any of them.
I'm just trying to think of like any games that came out this year. I've stood in line at
OG
midnight releases and I
OG
still can't
Fortnite,
think of anything.
I've only stood outside for like this year at least for Tears of the Kingdom and Spider-Man that I
Same.
believe. So I
I
mean,
mean, I guess I don't know. I
OG
mean, for me, it
Fortnite.
would between those two.
I
I'll
don't
say
know. It's like
I don't know,
I
bro.
can't
I'm gonna be
remember any
honest.
game that's been this year because I've played a lot of games that have been past years, but I don't remember any that were this year.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest though. OG Fortnite was terrible.
I agree.
I
Agreed.
I I when I played Fortnite when it first came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I hated it. I'm talking
Same.
like I trashed the game. Everyone was like, "You should play it." I'm like, "I already did. I hate it. I played mobile. Everyone told me it's because you played mobile, played the console version. I played the console version, put like a couple hours into it, and I was like, bro, I just don't care. This game's trash.
See, here's what I think.
Back to
I
And
me
think
not even playing it until maybe not even a year ago.
See, I think it was
and then
a good idea, but poor execution. Where instead of like giving everybody back to the modern guns and everything, you keep everything that Fortnite had in it, like the augments, everything else, but then you just put us in the old map. That would have
I
been
do
way
miss the
better.
augments.
why didn't they? I mean, like, I get what they were trying to do. They're trying to do a throwback before they went into the next phase
Yeah.
of Fortnite because now we're in the next phase of Fortnite and we've
Peter
got
Griffin.
like different game modes. We got
Holy
different
crap.
official game modes now.
Holy
We've
crap.
got
Lois, I'm in Fortnite.
we got different game modes now, like the Lego, which is kind of like
Dude, that's gonna
Minecraft
be
racing.
sick.
Yeah, and
Peter
I feel like
Griffin.
I feel like they kept going backwards. Like OG Fortnite was just not it. It reminded me why I hated the game in the first
Yeah.
place. I like that the stuff they add. I mean, like everyone's like, well, they trashed the game, and it's like it doesn't make any sense, bro.
And they
They
took
added
away
stuff,
my spot.
but I mean, like they added stuff to the game to make it better, and like all the OG players are just like, well, they trashed it. It's annoying. It's stupid. I'm like, what? They literally made the game so much better, and they're taking steps in a forward direction. And
Another
you want them to go
day,
back to the
another
crappy
victory
game
for
that
the
never dropped.
OG. But no, I
Anyway,
fully agree. I
yeah.
fully agree with what you're saying. The only cool thing about this season was just the little Eminem concert thing and the entire universe resetting to Legos and then everything else. Like I'm super excited for Legos because I love Legos.
So how is the Legos getting put into the game
So
exactly? Like,
so
is that
the
a game
entire
It'll
mode or
be
the
something?
entire
it'll
Or
be
map.
its own game
Yeah,
mode.
the entire
It'll be its
map is
own
like
game.
Legos, and your parachutes are Legos, and the map is Legos.
well, I
No,
figured.
no, it's not like normal Fortnite. It'll be like a creative situation. It'll be similar to
Gotcha,
Minecraft, but in Fortnite.
gotcha. Because I was about to say if I get like ripped on from a freaking I'm not gonna say the word just in case, but a freaking Lego character, you know.
Yeah.
I ain't getting no scoped or something or like sniper shot from a fucking Lego character.
Bro,
I want to see
Lego Bob the Builder starts grittying on
Bro, I
Lego Peter
swear to
Griffin.
God.
You see a Lego man just
Dude,
that'd be
I,
wild.
I, I I would probably I don't know. I don't know what I would do, man. I don't know.
You
Wouldn't
know
that
who
be the
deserves
time to
Game of the
expand
Year?
it?
Hmm.
You want to know who deserves Game of the Year?
Huh.
What?
Pokemon Go.
Dude, I got a shiny
That is
Hisuian.
my time to leave.
I got a shiny Hisuian. Was it?
Samurott.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, I got one too. It's almost at the threshold for raids,
Mine,
like IV wise, stat wise.
yeah, mine's almost perfect stats. It's missing, like, it's lacking a little bit in like the last stat for it to be perfect stats, but it almost made
Yeah.
it. Let's see, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, dude, like, freaking look at that. That looks so clean
It looks better than his normal. I'm
compared to
not
the
gonna lie.
OG shiny one. Crispy like giant gummy shark.
I'm not even gonna lie, that webcam was so
I caught it.
clean.
I
Like
caught
that
a
webcam opened up and I
Sharpedo.
was like, wow.
Yeah, HP is the only thing lacking. Everything else is pretty good.
It's a
Alright,
clean
thank you,
webcam.
thank you, phone.
I'm not gonna
Thank you.
turn mine on. I'm sitting in a dark room and my office is trash right now, so I'm not even gonna play that game.
A Colby.
La 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 la.
Alright, well
Colby.
that's our game of the year episode. Okay, 1 second before I
Well, we know who Chris is voting for.
How could he tell?
Hold on. You don't turn
Um,
your camera off.
I mean Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know who Spider-Man is voting for.
dude. He's like my Ned.
Silence. What the heck? I was not ready for him to come out the bottom right corner of his screen. I'm sorry for all the audio listeners that have no idea what's going on right now.
Austin,
We made history.
We should beat up minorities.
It's so hard to
Like-
breathe in this thing right now, man.
Bro, I forgot to put my defog on these and I can't see crap.
Skill issue.
Correct.
Colby's had 2 skill issues this podcast. That's crazy.
That's facts.
You did too. Freaking my Discord needed to update again.
My Discord died like 3 times.
Dang it! I gotta sew this back together again.
Bro, that's great. That's crazy. Like, oh, someone took over my computer.
Yeah, same. Why?
Whoa.
I know.
You know, your office looks really similar to Spider-Man's office.
No, like I said, someone hacked into my computer. I would go get a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Where's the bowl of cereal?
Gummy shark.
Awesome.
We should all just go get a bowl of cereal. So, and then audio listeners are just watching this like,
Bowl of cereal equals alcohol.
It's time for ASMR.
No, it's not.
Absolutely. Can you hear that? Oh.
I can't hear it. I was actually trying to
I was
stretch
about to
my
say
microphone.
it
I feel like it won't
didn't
work.
do it. It didn't do it. I don't know how to adjust my gain.
It's gotta be some kind of filter. Like it's not wanting to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that just means it's a good mic.
Hang on. So I have something to complain about. So all right. So I sold that mic to Colby. You know how we couldn't set it up, right?
Yeah.
Colby, do something real quick.
It's working for him.
Yeah, I know. And look, you can hear his laugh.
I mean, it's got to be some kind of outside
Skill issue. It's a skill
noise
issue.
filter.
It's a skill issue.
I don't know. It's probably just some kind of outside noise filter. Like it's not wanting to pick up outside noise.
He. I turned mine off too.
I don't know, man. I tried. I even asked him how he did it, and he tried to walk me through as best he could, and I couldn't do. I don't know. I'll have to try it on the new computer.
Probably.
Skill issue.
It's probably just your computer, to be honest.
It's probably just a skill issue, to be honest with you.
It probably is because I don't know anything about computers.
I don't either.
This is a long episode. Are we cutting all this out?
Nah. This is just our.
Yeah, we're not even,
After-
bro. We're not even talking about game of the year anymore.
I'm about to
I bet
say this is
people-
like
what we gotta
branched
say.
out.
This is what we gotta say for game of the year. Have
is
a good
bloopers.
hyperfixated. We'll see you guys again on the next one.
Tears of the Kingdom, woohoo!
I think that
Not biased.
I think Spider-Man's gonna win.
Hey, let me get a minute. Hey, let me go one too. And let me hold him. Yeah, man, right there. What the dog doing? 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 Yeah, man, right there. Yeah, man, right there. Yeah, man, right there. Yeah, man, right there. What the dog doing? 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 What the dog doing?